For years, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban have been one of Hollywood's most admired couples, glamorous, talented, and seemingly unshakable. But behind their red carpet smiles and loving glances was a story that few ever truly knew. Now, after years of speculation, Nicole Kidman has finally broken her silence about her marriage to Keith Urban, revealing the pain, patience, and deep love that have defined their journey. Their story began in 2005 at an event in Los Angeles. Nicole, fresh from heartbreak and rebuilding her life after her high-profile split from Tom Cruise, wasn't looking for love. But when Keith Urban, a rising country music star, walked into the room, something clicked. "I remember thinking, this man is going to be important in my life," she later said. Within a year, they were married, and for the public, it looked like a fairy tale. But fairy tales rarely tell the full story. Behind closed doors, Nicole Kidman faced challenges few could imagine. In a recent interview, she admitted that early in their marriage, she often felt uncertain and afraid. "We loved each other deeply, but we were both damaged in different ways," she confessed. "Keith was struggling, and I was still learning how to trust again." Keith Urban's battle with addiction was one of their hardest tests. Just months after their wedding, he entered rehab. For Nicole, it was a devastating blow. But instead of walking away, she chose to stay. "Most people told me to leave," she said. "But I knew the man underneath the pain. I wasn't going to give up on him." Her decision wasn't easy. There were nights filled with silence, worry, and tears, moments when the woman who had seemed so strong on screen felt helpless in real life. "You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved," she admitted. "But you can stand beside them until they find their own strength." And that's exactly what she did. Slowly, Keith Urban began to heal. With her support, he rebuilt his career, repaired his confidence, and recommitted to sobriety. "She saved my life," Keith would later say in a rare, emotional interview. "I was lost, and she believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." Now, years later, Nicole Kidman has finally spoken openly about what kept them together. "It wasn't luck," she said. "It was work. Real love takes work. You have to choose it every single day, especially on the days when it's hardest." She described how they learned to balance two intense careers, raise their daughters, and protect their family from the constant glare of fame. "We made a rule early on, no matter what, we come back home," she shared. "We might be two different people, one from Hollywood, one from Nashville, but our hearts always meet in the same place." In her soft-spoken way, Nicole Kidman also addressed the rumors that have followed them for years, the tabloids that painted their marriage as fragile or fake. "Let them talk," she said simply. "The truth doesn't need defending. We know what we've been through." As she looked back on nearly 2 decades with Keith Urban, her voice trembled slightly. "I've seen him at his worst and his best," she said. "And both times I loved him." That's what real love looks like. Not perfection, but persistence. Today, the couple stands stronger than ever, not because life was easy, but because they never stopped fighting for each other. And when asked what keeps their love alive after all these years, Nicole Kidman smiled and said, "Forgiveness, gratitude, and the decision to never stop holding on."